answered the phone and she told me that she's disgusted that her son had to cook his own meal last night. I wasn't going to post today because I feel so rough. And I've got so many banging stories in my inbox from you guys. But I just don't have it in me to go through them and rewrite them to suit my style today. So I wasn't going to do anything. And I was a bit gutted because I have posted regularly at least once a day since the 10th of March, which is when I reached 10,000 followers. And since then, I've gone up to 110,000, and I know that if you drop a day posting, you completely fall out of that algorithm. But still, I wasn't gonna post today. And then I was just laying here, kind of just moaning to myself and feeling sorry for myself. And I was reminded of the last time I felt this bad. And I thought I've just got to share it with you. So, I was with an ex-boyfriend. This was many moons ago now. Let's call him John. Let me get myself a little bit more comfortable. So, I was with John and we lived together. And I needed surgery. So I was booked in, went for the surgery. It all ran smoothly. But obviously, I was in a lot of pain. This wasn't just the kind of surgery that you walk off and you're okay after. This was resting for at least 3 weeks, let your body heal kind of surgery. Remember that. Now, I remember planning to go back to my mum's house after the operation and staying with my mum until I was healed, because I knew that I was going to need looking after. And no one does that better than your mum. That was my plan. John persuaded me to go back to his house. Told me he was going to look after me. Said all the right words. And obviously I fell for it. So I went back to his house after the operation. Didn't get picked up, mind, got a taxi. But that's fine. Then we get to the morning after the operation. I've gone home. I've got straight into bed. Didn't get offered so much as a glass of water. I had to get my own. Like you can imagine, hobbling around the house. This guy did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. And I didn't feel like I could ask for anything, because it was that kind of relationship where I was always treading on eggshells anyway. So I didn't feel like I could ask. Anyway, the next morning, I'm not kidding you, it must have been about 7 a.m. His mum calls. So I answer the phone and she told me that she's disgusted that her son had to cook his own meal last night. I honestly thought I must have overdosed on the medication, because this cannot be real. But it was real. She told me that he works all day and he works really hard, and he doesn't deserve to come home to no dinner on the table. I explained to her that I had just had an operation. She told me she's had 3 children. Her husband never went a single day without his dinner on the table. I also tried explaining to her that he didn't go to work yesterday. He was at home all day yesterday playing his video games whilst I was having an operation, and the guy didn't even come and pick me up. But obviously she didn't want to hear any of that. By the way, something you need to know about this woman is if she so much as hears her son sniff, that's it. She's got the covers and the pillows out from the bedroom. She's feeding him his soup. She's wiping his bloody nose for him. That was the extent of this woman and her son. But me, just coming out of an operation, wasn't a good enough excuse to not cook her son dinner.